fish.
It looks like we're gonna do an interview.
Turkey?
Yeah, kind of. We got the not to be funny, but the fishbowl kind of shape of like everybody around me and all focused on me. God, I'm in the fishbowl. Meh.
So, what are your opinions on today's political climate?
It sucks. Oh no.
Put it right next to the head.
Oh, dude. Overboard. Overboard with you.
Throws just Valthar holds out the thermite. So what are your opinions on the geopolitical status of this planet? You chucked the throwing straight into his skull. I wish I'd gotten the audio from that, because I have that recorded, but I don't have the audio. It would have been so perfect though. Okay, but anyway, so a fun little thing that I figured, why not? Because why not talk about this? Because I experience it all the goddamn time. Is Phantom Sense. Phantom Pain, Phantom Sense, Phantom Touch, Phantom Taste, and even, for the adults out there, Phantom Pleasure, which I'm not going to be talking about that one. You can figure out what that means for yourself. But I will be focusing on Phantom Sense and Phantom Pain. So, Phantom Sense obviously refers to when you experience a sort of touch sensation in VR that, because you're so immersed in the VR sense, you are able to feel that sensation. So, like, say, if I were to graze my arm with my paw, yep, that still works. I still feel that. It's insane the first time it happens, and it can seem like it's amazing. However, Phantom Pain is a unfortunate side effect of having this phenomenon happen to you, where if, say, someone were to take a plasma blade and jut it out from their wrist and shove it into your chest, it would hurt as if you'd actually been stabbed. And I have experience with this. The first time that happened to me, a friend of mine had I think it was like a Halo, or it was either Halo or something else, some other like sci-fi heavy armor suit that had a built-in blade, and had a plasma blade in the wrist. They took said plasma blade, it was like a little needle, and they shoved it into my chest. Once, twice, 3 times. Pulled it out each time quickly. I will say that the sensation that followed was incredibly painful stinging and burning, followed by a brief numbness, and then the feeling of actually being stabbed itself following that. It's not pleasant. And it's in fact the reason why I have a medical avatar on me at all times in case I need to inject myself with a stim, because it's kind of like the placebo effect. If you believe it's strong enough, it will help. If you believe that someone injecting a needle into your neck that has a magical stim fluid in it that can heal you will help ease your pain, it will usually work, if you believe in it right. Of course, if you don't believe in it, then it's not going to work. Also, hi, Rennie. Anyway. So, now actually, we do have a couple people who, well, I know for sure we have at least 2 people, including myself here, who've experienced Phantom Pain in specific ways. One who has experienced Phantom Taste. And Ari, have you experienced Phantom Pain or Phantom Sense at all? I believe you were strongly experienced Phantom Sense, but what about Phantom Pain? Yes, no, you definitely have. We've had issues with that before. Juno, I don't believe, has. And Chad, as you are not in VR yet, you have not experienced that. But I could go on and on about my experiences with Phantom Pain and Phantom Sense, but let's go around the ringer, and everybody can kind of share their personal experiences with it. Starting with Ari, if you want to go.
Oh, sure. Overstimulation mostly. It's probably one of my most negative experiences with it. And, that leads to
Panic attacks, and you can feel like crap, and you shut down, and you lock up,
Mhm.
kind of thing. Now, but what about all those times where I gave you a hug? Did you feel that?
Yeah, that was nice.
And that can be the,
good feelings,
that can be-
bad feelings. Yeah.
and I was gonna say that can be the nice side of it.
Not bad things towards it. Yeah. That'd
Not
be
the hug, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
if you squeeze someone too
Bad
tight in a hug,
things would be like
The
God,
nightmare.
getting hit in the chest with a
Don't want to
Oh,
break
yeah.
no one's ribs.
that's actually an interesting one. Even though I've never been shot in real life with an actual gun, I have experienced what's probably the closest my brain can come up to with a gunshot. And in a world where I was playing Prison Escape with some friends and I got shot in the back 3 times, I actually almost passed out. I ended up on the floor curled up in a ball for a couple minutes, and they had to calm me down and get me kind of out of the immersion. Jensen, I know you at least have a particular experience with Phantom Sense, if you want to share that at all. A particular type of experience. You don't want to share that? That's fair. You nodding your head as in, yes, I don't want to share?
I don't want to share.
That's kind of what I figured. Okay. Yeah. It's... Let's just say this. If someone has phantom pain or phantom sense at all, check with them before doing anything physical. Also, here's a big thing. Ghosting or clipping. Do not run through people as if they're not there. That is a big thing. And I can tell you this right now, the feeling of being phased through or ghosted through in VR chat, it is not painful, usually,
It's weird.
but it is a very unsettling feeling. It quite literally feels like your whole body has just kind of like resonated out of existence for a second and then popped back in, and it's all numb and tingly, and it's really odd. So if you are in a public world,
telefragged in TF2.
do not phase through people. Shauna, would you like to share your experiences with Phantom Taste at all? That's a bit more
That
of an
was a
uplifting
really
one.
weird one for me. We were in a world that had full glasses of different colored liquids. Is what's supposed to be in there. One was orange, one is green, and they've got little sprigs of fruit in them. And just playing around, I was drinking from it, and all of a sudden, with the orange one, I got the taste of Orange Crush in my mouth. And it blew me away. I'm like, what? How can this possibly be? And I kept doing it, and it just got more and more intense. Then I tried the green one, and it was more like a limeade. Like a Kool-Aid, but the lime flavor. And ever since then, I'm getting more and more taste with things. In one world, I was smoking a cigarette, and having smoked before, I never started for any length of time, but I know what the cigarettes taste like. When I would draw on the cigarette, I would get a little bit of that taste in the back of my mouth, but that wasn't as intense as like drinking something in VR, and then all of a sudden your taste buds are going, yes, please, more. That was odd. And this one ran me through with a spear one time, which hurt. That was unexpected.
That's wild.
But just
You shot
phantom
me in the chest
touch
with
and
a
that kind of stuff.
Lovingly ran you through with a spear.
Guns and things don't seem to do it, but physical,
Impales you, slash affectionate.
objects, yes. Yeah.
See, for me,
With
it's
love,
always been
Mm-hmm.
plasma. I don't know why, but plasma knives seems to do it the most, and also steel daggers. Weirdly enough, and also
Tell you
guns,
what, we'll get up
and
the
of course.
chainsword next time.
Hey, wait, hold on a minute. But yeah, I think that is probably a wrap. This has been a delightful talk about Phantoms. I've actually wanted to talk about this for a minute, so I'm glad I got the opportunity to do so. And Mika Fujikawa, peace out.